Hello. We're small but mighty, right? Will everyone please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Rutgers Brass Ensemble and the Rutgers University Police Color Guard with our singer Dion Fields, who of course is a Rutgers-Camden proud alum.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Dayon. May all be seated. My name is Christy Lindenmeyer, and I have the honor of serving as the Dean of Arts and Sciences, University College, and the Graduate School at Rutgers University-Camden. Along with Senior Associate Dean Howard Marcatello, I welcome you to the Graduate School Camden Class of 2018 Commencement. Graduates, we are here to celebrate you on this very special day. Please help me thank our special guests who are here to also celebrate your achievement: Chancellor Haddon, Provost Pallas, members of the Rutgers University Board of Governors, Board of Trustees, my fellow Rutgers-Camden deans, the faculty, and our hardworking associate deans, Howard Marcatello, Joseph Martin, and Joseph Schiavo. I offer my thanks as well to our distinguished commencement speaker and alum, Dr. Sandy Stewart, and of course, the friends and families of our graduates in the class of 2018. Now, before we move on with this special important ceremony, I'm sure you join me in congratulating the graduates of the School of Nursing Camden that we celebrated earlier today, the Camden College of Arts and Sciences and University College graduates who will celebrate this evening, as well as the Schools of Business Camden and Rutgers Law School that will celebrate their commencements tomorrow. Today, however, we're focused on offering heartfelt congratulations to the 158 graduates of the Graduate School Camden Class of 2018. This moment is also a good time tonight to note several arts and sciences faculty who were recognized for their exemplary work as scholars and teachers. Allow me to mention just a few of their outstanding accomplishments. Assistant Professor Prospero Garcia, who also served as leading our procession, was recipient of the Presidential Fellowship for Teaching Excellence. Dr. Garcia also earned tenure and promotion to Associate Professor effective this July 1st. Associate Professor Patrick Rosal won the Lenore Marshall Poetry Prize and was named the 2018 National Endowment for the Arts Literature Creative Writing Fellow. Assistant Professor Nate Link won the Donnell McNamara Award for his research article on violence and mental illness. This year, Arts and Sciences faculty had 3 members who were winners of the Chancellor's Awards for Outstanding Research and Creative Activity: Associate Professor Andrew Shankman, Assistant Professor Shauna Shamus, and Assistant Professor Angelica Gonzalez. 3 faculty also won the Chancellor's Award for Teaching Excellence: Assistant Professor Kate Carnes, Assistant Professor Shauna Shamus, and Dr. Cameron Whitley. Associate Professor Kate Epstein was named the ACLS Burkhart Fellow for 2018-2019. These are just a few of the wonderful accomplishments of the outstanding faculty of the Arts and Sciences at Rutgers-Camden. Their success is a reflection of the strong commitment to the integration of high-quality research and teaching that makes Rutgers University-Camden a very special place. We also have 5 longtime faculty who have announced their plans to retire or have already retired during this academic year. Professor Laurie Bernstein, History; Professor Joe Gerver, Mathematics; Professor Janet Golden, History; Professor Marty Rosenberg, Fine Arts; Assistant Instructor Ruth Springer-Sporer. We thank them for their outstanding contributions to their fields and their many years of dedicated service to our students, colleagues, and the entire university. I'd also like to recognize all of our faculty. So if every faculty member of the Arts and Sciences could please stand now, who is here today, and let us thank you for your contributions to the campus. This is also a moment to offer a tribute to the talented faculty who were beloved at Rutgers-Camden, but unfortunately died this past year. Dr. Xingyi Li was a distinguished professor and longtime member of the Department of Biology. And Dr. Stacia Gilliard-Matthews was a talented and beloved member of the Department of Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminal Justice. Dr. Lee and Dr. Gilliard-Matthews made Rutgers-Camden a better place and made all of us better people for having known them. You, our students, honor them through your successful graduation today. And finally, I'd like to thank our hardworking staff, who every day make sure our students reach their dreams. This commencement day, I want to especially thank Kristen Walker and her staff, Mike Sapanik and his colleagues, and the talented Julie Ronzinski and Amy Liberia in Arts and Sciences for taking care of all the details of this terrific celebration. Graduates, please give them a big thank you. I know it helps to have the support of family and friends, right? And many of them are here today. So please, graduates, stand and turn and face your family and friends and tell them your gratitude for their support. Thank you so much for being here to support our wonderful and talented graduates. Before we move on with the rest of the ceremony, a couple items of business. We need to note that some of you may be observing Ramadan, and we have a space for prayers available here at the venue. Please see our hospitality desk in the lobby for more information if you're interested in accessing that space. We also ask that everyone please remain in the arena until the last graduate exits. That's one way we can make sure we honor everyone equally. Thank you. All right, back to our important task today, your graduation. Each of you has an inspiring story to tell. Please feel good about that. Your story will help inspire others to also do their best and achieve. Congratulations, and on with the show. No better time than to feature our students, right? So now we are going to feature one of our graduates, Michael Keenan. Michael was born and raised in Abascon, New Jersey. He's a 2017 graduate of Rutgers University, New Brunswick, with a Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. While an undergraduate student, Michael had a future goal of becoming a medical doctor. During his last year of college, his interest in teaching, however, grew. It grew stronger, and he became passionate about educating the next generation of scientists. He applied and was accepted to the Rutgers-Camden's Master of Science Teaching program in biology. As part of the requirements for program completion, Michael completed a rigorous year of student teaching alongside his graduate coursework, and he earned a perfect 4.0 GPA. He's currently seeking a teaching position at a South Jersey high school. I'm sure there'll be many competing for him. And he will begin his teaching career and educate the next generation. So please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Michael Keenan.
Thank you. Chancellor Haddon, Provost Pallas, Dean Lindenmeyer, distinguished guests, faculty, family, friends, and hello, my fellow graduates. Let me first wish you a hearty congratulations on a job well done, class of 2018. You know, as a teacher, I'm kind of used to standing up in front of a bunch of students who really don't care what I have to say and would like me to just get on with it. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. When I was writing this speech, I tried to think of some profound words of wisdom or advice I could give. But when it comes down to it, all of us, all of the graduates sitting here today, we are the crazy ones. Allow me to explain. At some point, for all of our friends we had growing up, their educational careers came to an end. But we kept on learning. We looked at more exams, mountains of papers, and inevitably, even more student debt. We saw all of these things and said, it's worth it. We wanted nothing more than to learn in greater depth the subjects we had fallen in love with. We did not want to just consult the experts. We wanted to become the experts. We toiled in our laboratories, classrooms, and libraries, looking to learn more about the world at large. Now comes the question of what to do with all this information we've acquired here at Rutgers. We will go out into the world and make new discoveries, pursue even more education, or perhaps teach the next generation all we have learned. You know, they always told us that we would be tomorrow's leaders. Well, today, that has come to fruition. Today, we celebrate. But tomorrow, all eyes will be on us. We will be responsible for the future of the world. We and our contemporaries are now tasked with not only keeping the world running, but to leave it a better place than we found it. Let us enjoy today, but we must also be ready for the work of the future. Congratulations, class of 2018. I am proud to stand among you, and I cannot wait to see all the amazing contributions you will make to this world. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Sandy Stewart. Mr. Stewart earned a Bachelor of Arts from Rutgers-Camden's College of Arts and Sciences in 1981 and a Master's of Science from the Graduate School at Rutgers University-Camden in 1987. He is a highly respected biotech industry entrepreneur and scientist. Now retired, Stewart was a founder and co-founder of several biotechnology companies. Stewart is the chair of the Rutgers Board of Governors and is the first Rutgers University-Camden graduate to lead the university's governing body. He is the former chair of the Rutgers Board of Trustees, to which he was appointed in 2006. Additionally, Stewart is a member of the Rutgers University-Camden Board of Directors. Sandy is also a generous donor who supports the research mission at Rutgers-Camden for both students and faculty. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Sandy Stewart.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, grad class of 2018. First, thank you, Dean Lindenmeyer, Chancellor Haddon, for the opportunity to address these extraordinary graduates and soon to be my fellow alumni from this distinguished institution. It's truly an honor to be allowed to share this day with all of you. You know, not so long ago, I was sitting in the very seats that you are today receiving my graduate degree. Yeah, okay, well, it was a really long time ago. The seats were stones and dinosaurs roamed. But the science building and Armitage Hall were here. When Dean Lindenmeyer asked me to be your commencement speaker, I politely told her that she obviously knew very little about my academic career, because surely she could find a better role model than myself to speak. She said that she was completely aware, and that was exactly why she wanted me. I thought she couldn't possibly be aware that after one semester I quit and joined the Air Force for several years because I couldn't afford room and board and wanted to get the GI Bill. Certainly she couldn't know that my classmates used to send me thank you notes for keeping the bell curve down. Did she realize that as a PhD student I quit and took a master's degree to take a job? You know, in my defense, the job was at the pharmaceutical industry's first biotechnology facility in Research Triangle Park. But certainly, you don't want to advise students to be so reckless. Yes, she knew all of that, and she still wants me giving you advice. So here I am, happy to share some lessons that I learned the hard way. As I think back, I have no idea who my commencement speaker was or what they may have said. It was probably something meaningful and insightful, but my mind was elsewhere, as many of yours are probably today. And the fact that you probably won't remember any of this puts my mind at ease. Let me start with the education that I received at this incredible institution. You know, actually, let me start before that. I went to high school in a very small town in Virginia with a graduating class of 30. I didn't plan on coming here. I also got accepted to the University of Hawaii. Pretty easy decision, right? Unfortunately, after selling my car, most of my personal possessions, with the exception of my surfboard, flip-flops, assorted t-shirts and shorts, I received a call telling me that the non-resident incoming freshman dorm burned down, and I'd have to stay in a local hotel for the next 1 to 2 years in downtown Honolulu. Hello, Rutgers? I changed my mind. I'd love to attend your wonderful college. From pictures in a brochure, I chose the campus with a meadow. Yes, it was Camden. I kid you not. When I came here, there was only about 2,000 students, so you knew everyone at least by sight, if not personally. The classes were small, and the professors were always available. It was just a perfect place to learn. But coming from a class of 30 on a small island in Virginia, I felt 3 years behind everyone else as a freshman, and I struggled a lot. And it was something that I was just not accustomed to doing. So 2 years into my college career, I've lost every shred of self-confidence. I'm on the brink of being thrown out of college, and I'm wondering, how bad could the Peace Corps be? When I did what any intelligent person in my situation could possibly do, I pledged a fraternity. Now, I know what you're thinking, especially every parent in the audience, but it was just the opposite. For the first time, I didn't need to work a part-time job because the fraternity house was virtually rent-free. I didn't need a car because I lived across the street from campus. And most importantly, for the first time, I had a support system surrounding me 24/7 in my brothers, who also knew every single aspect of actually receiving financial aid. I was happy, and I had plenty of time to study. The very next semester, I made the dean's list, and I stayed there for the rest of my college career. With the extra time on my hands, I begged and pleaded to do extra work in my immunology professor's lab until he finally relented and said I could come in over winter break. By the end of the first week, I had actually made a discovery that resulted in my first peer-reviewed paper. And that was a huge turning point in my life. It gave me back my confidence and gave me back my love for science that I thought I might have lost. It also made it clear that research is what I wanted to do with my life. The education that I received here prepared me and has prepared you to compete with the best in your field throughout the world. I know this because I was eventually hired to join an international team of scientists. I answered a job in Science magazine and was hired by Ciba Geigy, which is now called Novartis. I mean, who gets a job in Science magazine? Well, apparently Rutgers grads do, because I was told that that separated me from many others. For the first 9 to 12 months, I honestly thought it was a mistake and I wasn't worthy. But I got my footing. It started to become more confident. Things started to make sense to me. In the corporate world, even as a scientist, you have to know some of the business end as well as the research. Over time, with just a master's degree, I ran my own group. I reached a PhD scientist level just under the vice president of research. Eventually, that vice president of research and I quit Novartis and founded our own genomics company and have been working together our entire careers. But I will tell you that several years before working at Novartis, landing that first real science job was very difficult. I sent out dozens and dozens of resumes, and this is before the internet, and I received dozens and dozens of rejection letters. I became desperate and started applying for pharmaceutical sales jobs. I became more desperate and started applying for any kind of sales job. I was literally hungry, living in a friend's attic with no heat, no furniture, no electric, except for a pull string light. And this is in the middle of winter in New Jersey. I went on an interview for Art Card Rings, and during the interview with an extremely nice man, he told me, I told him my story, and he told me, please don't abandon your dreams and take this job. I mean, imagine that. That conversation was another turning point for me, and it reinvigorated me to continue to pursue my dream for science. Just a couple of weeks later, I finally got my first job in science. It was with a small startup biotech company manipulating DNA, which was cutting-edge research at the time. And that began my lucky career of moving from one job to the next of cutting-edge research. I'm always reminded of the movie Castaway and the line that says something like, keep breathing because tomorrow the sun will rise and who knows what the tide could bring. Don't give up on your dream. That's a whole lifetime of regret. For those of you in science and planning on leaving academia and disappointing your professors, I can offer some advice. As a postdoc, you're at the very bottom of the pecking order because you're basically dispensable. So keep a low profile, make yourself indispensable with all the humility you can muster. In the corporate world, it's all about what's best for the company, not what's best for you, your boss, or the department. You need to be focused, nimble, and honest. If your project isn't working out, just say so. You won't be fired for competent failure. You'll be fired for not saying so and dragging things out. Just be honest and keep your integrity. I've always felt that integrity was the one thing in life that nobody could ever take from you. You had to give it to them. There's no money, no job, no power worth your integrity. Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to give you some advice, some great life's lesson that I learned. Well, you've got your own lessons to learn, and mine aren't going to help you. But it did occur to me that I do have something to offer that applies to all of you, and not just the scientists in the audience. Obtaining gainful employment and being a good manager. In my career, I've hired well over 200 people, and I've interviewed probably a couple thousand. So I'm qualified to give general advice in that area, whether you're a scientist or not. And some of this is position dependent, of course, but I'll try to keep it general and entry level. Let's say you send in your resume for a job you think is a good fit. Keep in mind that I'll be looking at a lot of resumes, so my first pass will be skimming, and I'll skip over any objective or summary section that you include. I will key on an education first. Where you received your undergraduate degree, how long it took you. Where you received your graduate degree, how long as well. Where you received your postdoc, if you have a PhD, how long as well. If you have a PhD, I'd expect that you published at least one paper with your PhD work, and more doing your postdoc, and of course in well-known journals. I then move on to your actual experience and techniques. Yes, even with a PhD, I want to see techniques. Do not exaggerate. Remember, you may have someone like myself who spent 15 years working in the lab with my own hands, so you won't snow me. I'll also be checking dates for inconsistencies, so be truthful. It's okay to take longer to do something, or even have a break somewhere in the middle, but it's not okay to lie about it. List your publications and any awards you may have received. You do not have to list references at this point, and keep it to no more than 2 pages. When you get an interview, do your homework. Find out everything you can about the company, the department, the people who will interview you. Do extra research on the person who will be your supervisor, going back to previous employers. Get copies of any papers, books they publish, and familiarize yourself with their work. However, don't throw out this information during an interview as if you were playing Trivial Pursuit at a cocktail party. When you go to the interview, just be yourself. Try to feel comfortable and relatively confident, but not cocky. Don't make jokes, even with people who may be your peers, and that's a common mistake. Just don't do it. Be humble. Give credit to others for help with your work and teaching your techniques, but also make it clear exactly what you did yourself and what your ideas were and what you came up with. Don't get bogged down in the details, and please don't ever sound condescending. Be polite. If you're handed a business card, take a second to look at it. Thank everyone for their time as you meet them, and again as you leave them. If you get the job, great. Congratulations. Now it's time to prove yourself worthy and embark on your career. If you don't get the job, don't lose faith. Take it as an opportunity to learn from and do even better the next time. There will be a next time, since tomorrow's another day, and who knows what the tide could bring. The second part of my advice is for when you're on the other side of the desk, and it comes from directly supervising 150, 200 scientists over my career. And it's this: hire good people, treat them like family, and they'll knock themselves out before letting you down. In every instance except one, I started each research group from the ground up and hired every single member myself. I've had the great honor of having many of these people move from company to work with me, so I assume this means I must be doing something right. For instance, I have a veto policy in hiring. Anyone in my group or company can veto the hiring of any candidate at any level, and I don't require that they explain why, but they know it must be for an incredibly good reason. Now, you may think this is crazy, but imagine how much the mishiring of one person can throw off the efficiency of a perfectly working group. Also, imagine how much that means to everyone who works for you to know how much they mean to you. In all of my years, only one person has used their veto power, and I later discovered that it was for an extremely valid reason, and I was incredibly thankful that they did so. Finally, take great care in people and always give the benefit of the doubt, because you never know what's going on in someone else's life, what terrible news they might have just received, or ordeal they're dealing with, or 100 other things that can go wrong in life. Always remember that you can only succeed if your employees succeed, and the happier they are, the more successful they will be, and the more successful you will be. Okay, I've talked long enough. Some of you are starting to pay attention now. So, it's time for you to leave here and make incredible discoveries, write profound articles and books, give awe-inspiring presentations and speeches. Don't forget that you are well prepared and you can compete with anyone in this world. You're a graduate of Rutgers University. Make your family proud, make your friends proud, make yourselves proud, and make Rutgers proud. Congratulations, class of 2018.
I told you so. That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for that inspirational story of your life and the things that you've overcome. It helps for all of us to know that we don't hit a home run the first time, right? That we have to keep working and keep trying. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to introduce Chancellor Phoebe Haddon, the Chancellor of Rutgers University-Camden.
Thank you, Dean Lindenmeyer, and thank you, Sandy Stewart. Those are awesome remarks, and I know our graduates will think about them as they make their way and go along their paths. Greetings, class of 2018. Come on. All right. It is my honor to deliver heartfelt congratulations and best wishes from our entire faculty, our staff, and alumni like you. As I often say, Rutgers is rooted in a vision of access and inclusion that reaches back to 1700s, when Queen's College was founded in honor of Britain's Queen Charlotte, who, against the conventions of her time, insisted that her daughters receive the same education as her sons. That was awesome then, and it is great news to hear that we continue that tradition here. That spark of defiance has illuminated Rutgers for more than 250 years. Today, it moves us to create wonderful partnerships and support networks from which you will benefit as our alums. On our campus, it often connects wonderful faculty of many different disciplines and students in path-breaking research, and it widens student horizons in experiential learning, with which we are very proud in terms of what we can offer. I am proud that Rutgers-Camden is a place of uplift, a place of momentum and imagination, and you, the class of 2018, have embraced those qualities. I've seen you. Many of you have been active participants through our civic engagement and other community outreach efforts, and we are very, very proud of your work, and so is the community that you live in. As we live in challenging times, I urge you to use the skills you have acquired here in your employment and your communities. I am confident of your success, and I hope you keep in touch with us. During your time with us, you have looked to the faculty as well as to each other for support and for growth. Keep in touch with us, and please know that this university is looking to you for support as you go out to do good and as you do well. We have excellent reasons for believing in you. You have the grit that leads you to give nothing less than your very best. You know that learning and growth cannot happen without struggle, and that the arc of justice often bends wide, but it bends towards justice. And speaking of justice, I challenge you to work for the common good and promote the political and social equality that best defines this wonderful nation. As your careers bloom and you take new paths, remember that Rutgers remains here for you. You are among 1,800 Rutgers-Camden graduates joining the vast Rutgers network of more than 500,000 amazing alumni, and they will support you. We hope you will support them. We ask you to leave embracing the role of engaged alumni. Return to our campus to mentor our students and the next generation of students. Share our good news on your social and professional networks. Help us to raise the resources that will enable us to continue our good work. And I know that many of you had your own college experiences augmented by alumni who donated to help the next generation rise up, just as I'm asking you to do. By giving back, you make certain that Rutgers-Camden remains strong for our students and for our alums. So help us to continue these traditions. Now, some of you joined Rutgers in the same year that I arrived 4 years ago, and we've been through a lot together, and our journey doesn't end today. It only shifts into a new gear. So I look forward to seeing you, working with you, and being with you in the future class of 2018, as together we show the world that Scarlet Pride really, really means success. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Chancellor Haddon. So, are you ready? Take that deep breath. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise? Woo! Will the candidates for the degree for Master of Science in Teaching please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts please rise? And will the candidates for the degree of Master of Public Administration please rise? Here, it's right here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I don't have it. Are you ready? Are you ready?
More than ready, yeah.
As Chancellor of Rutgers University-Camden, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and Board of Trustees of the university, I hereby authorize the conferring of the degrees to the candidates recommended by the faculty of Camden Faculty of Arts and Sciences. And the Graduate School.
Please be seated. So now the graduates will be coming up to receive their degrees. So will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science in Teaching, Master of Business and Science, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Fine Arts, and Master of Public Administration, please come to the podium to receive your individual degrees, and you can follow your marshals to the podium. Thank you.
Doctor of Philosophy in Childhood Studies, Julian Tavis Dale Burton, who completed a dissertation entitled Making Space on the Digital Margin. Teresa Merzin, who completed a dissertation entitled Measurement and Manifestations of Rejection Sensitivity Among Emerging Adults in a Computer-Mediated Context. Doctor of Philosophy in Computational and Integrative Biology, Catherine Lynn Gay, who completed a dissertation with distinction entitled High Throughput Tools for Functional Genomics. Joseph Kenneth Kawash, who completed a dissertation on computational methods in variant calling and their applications. Shruti Muralidharan, who completed a dissertation with distinction entitled Mechanisms Underlying Effects of Genetic Variants and General Anesthetics on Pentameric Ligand-Gated Ion Channels. Master of Science in Biology, John Charles Burt. Melissa Margaret Carpenter. Andrew Bernard Christopher. Alexander S. Igiazurov. Denise Ann Hassinger. Daria Pavlenko. John Edward Rapaz. Katarina Slobodenko. Master of Science in Chemistry, Dalia Al-Shurani. Nof Matuk El-Zarani. Khaled Hussein Dashi. Joseph Craig D'Alessandro. Okay, do you want to step back? Okay. Samira Hadi Jalib. Magata Nkuba. Master of Science in Computational and Integrative Biology. So who's next? Oh, yes. Kristen Nicole Woods, who completed her thesis with distinction. Who's next? Master of Science in Mathematical Science, Nicholas Ronald Salvatore. Who's next, Keenan? Master of Science in Teaching in Biology, Michael Adam Keenan. Master of Science in Teaching in Biology, Brandon J. Leftwich. Master of Science in Teaching Chemistry, Ian Gregory Hansen. Okay. Master of Science in Teaching Joseph Craig D'Alessandro. Master of Business and Science, Vincent Opio Omolo. Okay. Master of Arts in Childhood Studies, Mary Elizabeth Webby. Master of Arts in Criminal Justice, Celestina Anino. Felicia Marie Burr. Brianna Lee Krzyzanowski. Nicole Lauren Cunningham, who completed her comprehensive examination with distinction. Christina Maria Ippoliti. Nicholas Joseph Perilla, who completed his comprehensive examination with distinction. Megan Jean Propati, who completed her comprehensive examination with distinction. Master of Arts in English, Ian Gregory Cole. Damiano Consilvio, who completed his comprehensive examination with distinction. Nicholas Ryan Silcox. Master of Arts in History, Rachel Catherine Kraft. Mary C. Garcia. Brittany Lynn Ingersoll, who completed her comprehensive examination with distinction and also earned a certificate in public history. Master of Arts in Liberal Studies, Jane Louise Berry, who completed her capstone project with distinction. Annette Ryder, who is head coach of the women's basketball team. Master of Arts in Psychology, Corey Frederick Doremus. Julia Yael Gross. Nathaniel Luke Limo Marino, who completed his thesis with distinction. Sewan Park. Sarah Marie Vanacore, who is Learning Specialist in the Center for Learning and Student Success. Hu-Chen Wang. Master of Arts in Teaching, Spanish, Digna M. Abreu. Marianela Abreu de Jesus. Jordanka Guilarte. Milagros Pedroza. Ruth Paula Pulgarin. Nidza Elizabeth Resto Bruno. Madison Mackenzie Rogers, who completed her comprehensive examination with distinction. Joshua Evan Steinman. Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, Catherine Frances Buck. Amanda Nicole Cross, who also earned a certificate in Public History. Joshua Michael Demarie, who completed his thesis with distinction. Brooke Lee McClurg. Monadeepa Mondal. Not here. Stalnaker is next. Matthew Lowell Stalnaker. Safira Niera Washington. Kimberly Ann Williams. Master of Public Administration, Public Policy and Administration, Andrea Maria Aguilera Ramirez. Alicia Angelica Ash. Michael Edward Babulski. William Joseph Barkasy. Michael Lev Baver. Sarah Jean Bell. Mackenzie Belling. Sarah Mary Blackman, who was a success coach in the Student Success Coach Office. Shaler Isaiah Blackshear III. Melissa Brown Benson. Omar William Buckingham, who completed his capstone project with distinction. Natalie Rose Servo. Celestine Davis Boatwright. Ralph De Ugar. Piers Duffel, who completed his capstone project with distinction. Jacqueline Sandoval Egan. Helen Dorothy Ferrante. Lauren Elizabeth Gibson. Irene Wanjiro Gishinga. Patricia Joanna Henover. Eric Alberto Herrera, who was Associate Director of Financial Aid. Eileen M. Higgins. Cheryl Ann Hutchison, who completed her capstone project with distinction. Felicita Cornelia Johns. Theodore W. Johnson, Jr. Anthony Jones. Kevin Allen Kane. Kaylee Nicole Caniff, who is Program Coordinator, Dean of Students. Patricia Ann Kraus. Beth Ellen Leckler. Jeanette Martinez. Todd Neal Pisani, who is Regional Coordinator of Rutgers Team Gateway. Desiree Nicole Sills Hill. Chad Sosha. David Aaron Spector. Emmy Stoop. Elizabeth Rose Swain. Shilda Nicole Worthy.
said, that was the youngest graduate we've ever had. So earning a diploma from Rutgers-Camden is clear evidence of an individual's intelligence and strong academic performance. It also shows your grit and determination to create new opportunities for you and for others who you will help throughout your lives. As our commencement speaker, Sandy Stewart, said, keep trying, keep giving, and respect others. Your degree from Rutgers-Camden is a statement about the significant value of the public commitment to a high-quality, publicly supported college education for everyone, no matter what their background or their family circumstances. Wear it proudly. It is my great honor to celebrate with you today. As some of you may know, I'm planning to step down as dean in December. Over the last 7 years, it has been a thrill to work with so many talented students, faculty, and staff. Commencement is a spectacular way to recognize the success of our students and reflect on the hard work that goes into making it possible for everyone to achieve their dreams. Obviously, as my last commencement as Dean of Arts and Sciences, this day has very special meaning for me. Like Sandy Stewart, I didn't exactly have the smoothest academic career. I dropped out before I graduated with my undergraduate degree, then had a career in business, and came back to eventually earn a PhD. Somebody said you can't quit till you get to the end, so kept going. I appreciate that, but I only tell you to say, what you've done for yourself today will change your life. Getting a graduate degree changed my life. It gave me the opportunity to do things, experience things, and be with people that I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams. I know those things are ahead for you as well. So for all of us today, this is not an ending. This is a beginning. It's a springboard launching you into the wider world of possibilities and challenges. Take time to relish it. Today, you have success. Right now, this is the happiest place on earth. Don't stop dreaming. Dream big. It took a lot to get you here, and I guarantee that you now have the tools to make a life built on the resilience and talent today proves that you already possess. We are so proud of each of you. You are now a Rutgers University Graduate School Camden alum. As you know, Rutgers-Camden is a very special place with a commitment to changing the lives of our students and making the world a better place. Pay it forward. I'm reminded every day that a public university focused on research, teaching, and student success is something worth fighting for. And supporting it throughout your lives will help bring generations of students who will follow in your footsteps. So let's continue a little tradition that I started about 7 years ago. Just do this for me, okay? We like to identify ourselves as we are Rutgers-Camden and proud of it. So repeat 3 times after me. We are Rutgers-Camden. Ready? We are Rutgers-Camden. We are Rutgers-Camden. We are Rutgers-Camden. Congratulations to the Graduate School Camden class of 2018. I'd now like to ask Dr. Joseph Schiavo, Associate Dean, to introduce the university singers. Oh, the alumni greeting first, or not? I'm sorry. Maybe my pages are out of order. Okay, all right. Associate Dean Schiavo will first give the alumni greeting, and then I'll introduce the singer. Oh, we don't have singers. Never mind.
They're later this evening.
This is like repeating myself.
That's okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Schiavo, Associate Dean of Arts and Sciences for Undergraduate Education. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Alumni Association. I am a proud alumnus from Rutgers University-Camden, class of 1982. And it is an honor to congratulate you on behalf of the nearly 450,000 Rutgers alumni worldwide, the members of the Rutgers University Alumni Association. Today, all of us are here to celebrate you, your accomplishments, your contributions, and most importantly, your future. As a proud alumnus, I am here to welcome you to the alumni family and to the next phase of your lifelong relationship with Rutgers University. You are joining a truly distinguished group of alumni, graduates who will spread out across the nation and around the world. There are also many alumni here today who are now the proud parents of our newest Rutgers alumni. Just like you, our alumni organization is a family. The Rutgers University Alumni Association is the embodiment of Jersey roots, global reach. And we are eager to welcome each of you as an active member. We need your brains, your heart, your courage, your ideas, and your passion. We need them in our communities, offices, and classrooms, and we need them as part of the Rutgers University Alumni Association. For the last several years, you have been part of an academic community that has nurtured and enriched your ideas. I am now proud to welcome you into an alumni community who will offer you more of the same. Congratulations again, class of 2018, and welcome to the Rutgers University Alumni Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. My script says university singers, so I hope this doesn't mean I have to sing, because you'll all be sorry. So again, we cannot be prouder of you, and we certainly want to keep this connection with you throughout your lives. Just remember what a special place this is, and it's special because of that connection to you. Congratulations to you. Have a wonderful day with your families. Please remain seated until the platform party leaves the podium and the graduates have left, so that we can all celebrate together out in the lobby. Congratulations. Stand again so we can give you one last round of applause.